kid. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. No beginner. Gotta catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. Knock me down, I'll just get up again. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. No beginner. Gotta catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. Knock me down, I'll just get up again. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all.
Mhm. Hello.
Hey everyone, welcome. You all are watching Nordwin Community Cup, and this is going to be the semi-finals that we normally stream, and it's going to happen just like yesterday. We're gonna have one semi-finals on stream, the other one is gonna happen off stream. So the one in front of us right now is between seventh Errot on the blue side, taking on Team Universe 7 on the red side. The best of three match has already begun. The one that is happening off stream is between Asylum Esports and Final Evolution. It was already started at 4:30. So, of course, we'll have its result in about a few more minutes, and we will see who will be the grand finalist and will play in front of us at around 6 p.m. So, make sure you stay tuned and hit that like button, click on the subscribe as well. For the first match, we are quickly coming in 7th Errot, taking on Universe 7 in this best of 3 matchup. And of course, the two bans that we saw coming in from both of these teams was Slowbro as well as Lapras. So that was done and dusted, and we've got the draft in front of us. I did not expect Wigglytuff to be picked up alongside of Cliffable. So that is something that I'm kind of surprised of. Really want to see who would be doing the front line for 7th Turret in this game. But Universe 7 with a solid lineup, bringing in the Trevenant, bringing in the Zoroark, Alola Ninetales, Hoopa, and I believe Chandelier. So They've got a very solid lineup in this situation. I am expecting them to win out at least the early game and towards the mid game trades. And if Chandelier stays alive, then he should be the one to dominate in this matchup. There we go. Wigglytuff and Fable, both of them in between three people. Dodri was also there. We're going to see Chase coming in from Levi. He actually wants to take this fight. He wants to take Trevenant down. He will dash away, get that speed boost, retreat back to safety. 19 to 8 is the entire score difference as of now. Zoroark still trying to get a few opening, trying to get someone, pick them off, stealing away those creeps. Not quite going in to score right away. Does know that Dodrio will pose a very big threat in this situation. In the meantime, Alola Ninetales with 2 KO streak, and in the top side, Zoroark off camera finishes off Dodrio. He will have the priority there, and towards the bottom, we are seeing a good scoring squad coming in from Universe 7. Everyone just using the portal of Hoopa to quickly jump back, and now are gonna go in for those rotations. I guess they're actually prioritizing. They're not prioritizing one specific lane. They're just sending 2 people towards the top, 3 on towards that bottom side to quickly secure the altars. Glaceon taking a ton of damage, and we are gonna see a pick-off coming in as well. Wigglytuff not surviving that trade-off. Cliffable alone in the top side will probably be picked off by Zoroark if is not playing safe. They have to try and survive in this situation. They cannot win those trade-offs as of now because Urshifu was not able to pick off Alolan Ninetales and is being poked back and forth yet again. Trevenant just soaking up almost all the damage, and in the meantime, Zoroark is just easily securing the goals in towards that top side. Just making sure that the priority stays with his team, and that damage coming in from Ninetales. Glaceon was also picked off by Trevenant, and it is a 2 KO streak for Alolan Ninetales. Secured the Regice as well. Will take down the bottom tier 1. It was at the end of the day, it was actually a 3K from Ninetales. Now, this is what Zero was talking about yesterday. That you've got Alolan Ninetales with a very good buff. The damage is out of this world. And if you're not safe in front of Ninetales, then you will be picked off. Wigglytuff quickly using, I believe, the eject button to just create that distance and that gap. Ninetales towards the top now. And has also secured the blue buff. There are 3 blue buffs? What? Okay. Okay, either way, Ninetales just, I mean, that damage is insane as of now. Even Blissey, Cliffable would have to just stay back and retreat. And just as we were talking about, the front line is posing a major threat because 7th Errot, they do not have any front line. They do not have someone that can actually create that opening or soak up the burst potential that Ninetales brings on the table, that Chandelier is bringing on the table. And Urshifu alone is not able to close in that gap. Even with the healing of Cliffable, he would not be able to survive that burst. So they would not have a control when this game goes towards the mid and late game. There we go. Trevenant using the Unite move, just getting that CC in. Wooden Hammer. Get some HP back for him. And in the meantime, his team towards the bottom is just creating havoc as Hoopa has unleashed. And they're just taking the tier 2 down while Glaceon is trying to defend the top tier 1. And in the meantime, Alolan Ninetales still picking off Wigglytuff. That's the thing, I mean, I probably feel like that maybe they had something in mind that they can get that CC of Wigglytuff onto at least 2 or 3 people, to pick them all off, and then probably try and get that one small opening. But that window is so very small, and there have to be so many things that need to line up so that 7th Errot would actually be able to, get those pickoffs. Which does not seem to be the case right now. They're all just being picked off one after the other. It's basically a sheer domination coming in from Universe 7 as of now. They're just not stopping. And whenever you feel like that you've got a low HP, Super pops a portal right in front of you. That wormhole just gets you back to base, will bring you back into the team fight. I don't see any way that 7th Errot would be coming back in this one. Apart from the fact that, yes, they can probably try and go in for that Rayquaza flip, which also seems to be difficult because I don't think so. Glaceon would be able to get that last hit. If they get a lucky last hit, then I believe it might be possible. Otherwise, I think probably Chandler will secure it without any problem. Even Zoroark will be able to get that. As of now, they're gonna focus on the Regieleki. And another fight breaking out, and the Unite moves from both of the teams being used. A Hoopa Unbound is also trying to get that damage inside, but that is a very good trade-off. 1 for 1 for now. And look at that healing by Trevenant. He's healing himself back up. But the backline is still surviving as Glaceon was able to take two of them down. But Zoroark comes in at the clutch, finishes both of them off. Chandler getting a 2 KO as well. 3 in total. They will get that wipeout at the end of the day. Again, the moment we thought that maybe the fight is turning in favor of 7th Errot, the backline was just very open to the flank, which Zoroark brought in and finished them off. As of now, Dodrio will not be able to survive, was finished off by Hoopa. Goodness, that damage. I did not expect that, neither did Dodrio. But again, it's just 30 moves seconds. They need to farm up those Unite moves. They've only got one of Cliffable and the other one of Glacier. So they need to farm up those Unites as quickly as possible if in case they want to stand a chance at the Rayquaza fight. 329 to 43. It's somewhere around 220, 280 points difference. That was not very good. Really tough. Getting a score right on the nose of Zoroark. Closes in the gap a little bit, but they need to get this Rayquaza. That's the main thing. Glaceon getting the Rayquaza down to half HP. Do they have any idea that they're actually going in for it? It seals it away. Talk about hard luck in front of 7th Edit. Their last hope, the Rayquaza, stolen away by a tank. That's by a defender, Trevenant. GG's. That's gonna be, I believe, a score of at least 700, 800 maybe. And that's almost done. 255 to 529, and they don't even have enough Pokeballs to actually just go and finish things up. Zoroark will also just farm up. All the bases have been broken. That's basically done and dusted for 7th Errot. I believe they would be looking forward for the second match now, thinking what they did wrong in this one, and I personally feel like that was entirely because of the draft. Okay, wait. Maybe if they get two more pickoffs and then try and go in for those finishes, they might try to close the gap a little bit. They've got somewhere around 300 points probably saved for them. But then again, that they've got such a massive line to finish off. There's Trevenant, there's a Hoopa, and behind them there's a roller Ninetales. And in the next 10 seconds, Zoroark will also join in the fight along with Chandelier. Hoopa unbound, not allowing them to score at all. Shifu having 50 in his back pocket won't be able to get that score in. Yep, that's going to be a full-on wipeout. That was final fight. Ninetales at least getting a 3, probably a 4 KO in that last finish. I mean, that's such a brutal way to end things up. 629 to 255 is the difference in score. Illusion with 233 scoring 88 MVP points, becoming a well-deserved MVP. 13 finishes in his hands. And look at Kiyoshima. 18 assists. That's exactly what you want from your defender with 4 finishes as well. While looking at 7th Errot side, yep, Wigglytuff does not work out for them at all. Clefable with 55,000 heal, yes, but there was no one apart from Glaceon was being able to deal that damage. Dodrio was shut down in that top lane entirely. Zoroark just shutting him down totally. Fake Ghoul in that jungle, 91,000 damage being dealt. Alolan 90s with 73,000 damage. It was just a sheer domination right from the draft. So 7th Errot would probably be checking things in their drafting phase. They would need to change a few things about that. They need a front line. They need someone to actually soak up that burst damage so that at least Ninetales and Chandelier will have their skills on cooldown for their or the speedsters that or even the attackers that might come in from 738 side to finish them off. But again, that's just game number one. We still have two more games remaining. Maybe 738 would be able to get those few micro mistakes managed and get a better draft in the next game and would be able to force a game number three. We'll just have to wait and see how things are actually going to turn out, and we will be witnessing that real quickly as sides are going to be flipped up. 738 on the orange side this time, Universe 7 on the purple side. No Goku and Vegeta, not even Frieza. All the Dragon Ball fans who've been watching, who have watched the Tournament of Power would absolutely relate and understand. But again, everyone is just very much into this one because the semifinals, the winner of potentially this match might give us the first finalist, and that might be Universe 7. The way that they've been playing, the way that they've been drafting, they do seem to have an upper hand over 738, but maybe first game, we all know that teams that decide to probably just let it go, maybe try new things and then move forward and get their main strategy in game two and game three. So it is possible that 738 maybe was doing exactly that. So we might see some new Pokemons coming out, some new strategies coming into it, but let's see how things are going to turn out. We're gonna jump back into the drafting phase and let's see. Are the bans gonna remain the same? I believe they would be changed a little bit at least. Maybe this time Seven there it might want to look at banning out the chandelier. He proved to be a very big problem for them, but let's see. Nope, they're gonna take over the Glaceon while Universe 7 retaining their Slowbro ban. The first pick, Lapras is open. I'm expecting them to actually go for it. Yep, they are gonna secure the Lapras right off the bat. Universe 7 not wasting even a single second at that, but Chandelier will be taken away from them. And I believe that is a very good option because he in the jungle is posing such a major threat to almost all of his opponents. The way he deals so much damage is just insane. You're seeing the Trevenant and the Hooper being logged in. Okay, they probably would decide to go in maybe for two attackers because they've got a pretty decent defending squad and as their front line, Blastoise and Scissors being secured by 7th Errot in the time being. Let's see what their answer would be. Venusaur. Okay. And huh. I was probably expecting an Espion maybe to be brought out as an attacker, but they're picking up Venusaur, so it's highly possible that Hooper would go with Lapras while Mew is gonna play with Trevenant. And Venusaur in towards that jungle. Snorlax being secured, and this time the front line of 738 looks way better than the previous game. They've got Snorlax, they've got Clefable, but again, they would need to make sure that Blastoise gets farmed so that he would be able to jump in with those rapid spins if they decide to go for that. They've got a Scissors and they've got a Chandelier. So I am expecting Scissors to be going into that side lane with Chandelier in the jungle. The end of the day, we'll have to wait it out and see how this draft is going to play out as per the draft goes. I am thinking that maybe it is possible that the damage might lack from the side of Universe 7 this time. They've got a massive front line, but we'll have to see. Maybe Venusaur is going to go in for that solar beam combination rather than the Giga Drain and Petal Dance. It is highly possible that we will probably see a solar beam, but Snorlax has a very big job in this game. Coffin would need to jump in to steal away the farm of Venusaur, just as we saw yesterday, wherein the Snorlax just created so many problems for the Venusaur in the jungle that he did not let him farm at all. So that is something they would need to reciprocate in this match. They would need to take a page of their book and deny the farm. But again, how are you going to do that when you've got a Lapras in front of you? You also have a Hoopa in front of you. Mew would be dealing a decent amount of damage in the early game if in case they decide to jump back in towards the jungle to help their Venusaur. Lapras will probably go in and do solo into that side lane for some time. As you can see, there are two people inside the jungle because they know that Snorlax might jump in to invade. Who is not actually doing that as of now. Squirtle just quickly going in for that score. Snorlax going to do the exact same thing in towards that bottom. So scoring is definitely, as of now in the early game, favoring the side of 7th area. They're doing a much better job, but Scissors will probably get first pick. Yep, he definitely will. Hoopa just tried to go in for a cheeky invade, was not able to get any pick in that situation, and Venusaur is just gonna make a quick rotation towards that top side. Snorlax being picked off. Mew gets that finish in that bottom lane, so they've got an advantage towards that side. The score difference not very high, 12 to 25, still a very close game, and since it's the early game, that's what we expect. Revenant taking a decent amount of damage, but I am surprised that it's Chandelier towards that side lane, and they've actually gone with the Scyther form. So Scyther in towards that jungle. Maybe they would want to try and go in for the split jungle, long range solar beam to secure those small camps. Neither of these teams are just trying to over-engage or overextend because they know the snowball potential of the other one. They do not want to give them unnecessary farm and just want to play it safe as of now. Long range attack. Mew wants to find a target, tries to get some damage, but it's good. He will survive as of now. Not enough damage. Scissors. Oh, whoa. That's gonna be a Snorlax jumping in. They all are taking a ton of long range damage coming in. Chandelier joins in the fight to try and retaliate. Scissors, they will get the first pick. And who instead of Venusaur in that situation? He's been picked off. Just giving the buff to Chandelier in Chandelier's hand. Wooden hammer to secure that creep, but it was that back. The tier 1 is threatened. A good knockup for over 2 people. Trevenant still using the eject button, surviving for now with the healing from the tower as well as the berry, but he will not be able to retaliate it now. They'll be knocked up yet again, finished off by Chandelier. So Chandelier side lane is doing a pretty decent job for their side as of now. Lapras trying to zone Squirtle out so that he does not secure those altos towards the top, and is trying to deny as much farm to him as possible. To force him back, he will secure the berry. And the scoring by Lapras is also coming in. He's taking a ton of damage as of now. There we go. Rapid spins coming in. Lapras might be picked off. Nope. It is very tanky. He's way too much tanky. Still surviving. Still fragging. In the meantime, Sadia secures the Regirock towards the bottom, giving them extra defense. And in the top side, Regieleki being started by Universe 7. The bottom tier 2 is actually being threatened, and Lapras secures the Regieleki towards the top side. I was expecting them to actually follow up on it, but they saw there's a Snorlax. They decided, nope, they're not gonna go in for that fight. Quickly getting their attention towards the other lanes. Maybe they need to stop Scyther. They're just farming uncontrollably, and yes, it's a solar beam. Venusaur coming in, long range damage is the name of the game for their side, and they will probably get Chandelier out of the picture. Yep, Lapras playing extremely well. Venusaur securing that one with a solar beam, and Scyther in the meantime will have to retreat back to safety. There we go. What? Okay, I did not expect that much amount of damage. Regieleki still has not gone into the tier 1 tower. Has been delayed for so long, but look at those Pokeballs. They will go in for that score. Though Scyther jumps in, uses the Unite move as well. Still wants to take that fight, wants to pick someone off. Mew dodges everything. And Venusaur jumping in with the solar beam, dealing the damage so that Hoopa can secure that finish. But they've still denied any kind of scoring. 112 to 68 is the score difference. And they've not been able to score as of now in that top lane, but will quickly take the lead after taking the bottom tier 1. So that's a very smart move. A good presence of mind coming in from Universe 7. They knew that they would not be able to extend that team fight in the top side, as everyone was just jumping back, and Hoopa finished off. Cleverville is the one who actually secured that pet. Finally, Blast was getting his Unite move. We'll probably see him along with the eject, but then knocking up Venusaur, who will have to play it safe retreat, but the damage is just not there. Snorlax getting that knock up in along with the rapid spins, and in the back line, Scyther was able to take Venusaur out of the picture. So Trevenant and Hoopa just retreating back, securing those farms. Now this is the thing that we were talking about, that Venusaur, yes, in the jungle, extremely good, but who would be the one to actually get that, one shot potential in Mew? Yes, definitely, would probably be able to do that, but they needed someone else apart from Mew. Because if in case he gets picked off, then who is? Venusaur with that solar beam dealing a decent amount of damage, but the thing, I don't think so he'd probably be able to get that one shot potential. Scyther taking him down yet again, though Mew gets a 2 KO in towards that top. With the support of Trevenant and Lapras, Trevenant is actually surviving. How did he manage to survive that? No way should that have been allowed, but Lapras with the 2 KO. Scyther joins in the fight. Snorlax getting the wall and not allowing Lapras to jump to safety whatsoever. There we go, rapid spins by Blastoise. Such a low HP Hoopa trying to get that finish, but the Unite moves are going to jump in, and we see him yet again doing the exact same thing. Eject button Unite on that Blastoise, knocking up Venusaur in that long range. So no matter how far you are, you will still be threatened. It takes the jump pad, will probably try and get in between 3 people, get that rapid spin in just to zone away Lapras, who's actually taking the fight with 3 people as of now. Blastoise is also just retreat back as is extremely low in HP, and in the meantime they will take them down one after the other, as Trevenant in that front line is absolutely insane. The continuous damage coming in by Lapras and Mew, they're actually winning in the sustained battle, if anything else. What a way to play this match. I did not expect that to happen, to be honest. That's not the traditional meta, wherein almost everyone decides to just jump in with 2 attackers. That to damage dealing attackers rather than the tanky ones. That's gonna be Scyther quickly securing the bottom Reggie objective. While in the meantime, in top lane, Regieleki was also taken. This one was taken by Universe 7. 190 to 169 score difference, not that high. We're gonna see the Rayquaza jumping in. Both the teams have actually taken the position around Rayquaza, but Lapras wants to go in for a backdoor. A cheeky one, that too. Still will be able to get those finished. Nope, he will not be. Scyther was there to deny that. That's a very good positioning from Scyther. Was in such a position that if in case it was a Rayquaza call, he would have just jumped in to take the Rayquaza with his team, and if it was a backdoor attempt, and he would have saved that as well. And that is exactly what is happening right now. 190 to 169, but the Rayquaza needs to be started by 7th Errot in this one. Hoopa Unleashed used up. That's a pretty early Hoopa Unleashed. I personally feel that. Chandelier goes in for his Unite as well. Trevenant with his one. Look at the damage coming in, and Blastoise gonna go for his knock-up, and that's gonna be a chaos for the first pick. Quickly going in favor of 7th Errot, while Mew just trades it off, gets 1, but Blastoise will not be able to survive that either. But Snorlax gets a score of 40, gets his team in lead. He's the one to do that backdoor, and now the Rayquaza needs to be started by the side of Universe 7. They need to last hit that somehow. There is a Chandelier, there's a Snorlax. If that knock-up combo is good, they would probably be able to steal it away. Low HP Rayquaza, who gets it? Who gets it? That's gonna be the Chandelier, just as expected, and this is just gonna extend their lead even further. They need to go in for that score. Snorlax with that 30 gets the lead above 80, and They'll try to get them off one after the other, but they need to score, and they've only got 19 more seconds. Lapras is actually probably trying to go for that 50, but Blastoise is there with a rapid spin, 7 and low in HP. They would not be able to do anything in this situation. That is gonna be it. Probably done and dusted. 3 more seconds. No one's gonna get that score in for now. And what a comeback from the side of 7th Errot. Those micro plays coming in at clutch. 353 to 190. Quill with an amazing Rayquaza steal and flipping the game around entirely. It was not a huge lead to begin with because Snorlax was just able to get his 40 in on towards that bottom side even before the Rayquaza was started. So that was just some micro plays, micro adjustments coming in, and Quill with 82,000 damage. Ruben with 91 himself, and he's a Lapras, and that is exactly what you expect from a Lapras. And look at that. Up until the 8th minute mark, it was Universe 7 who were in the lead, 190 to 169. And then at the zap flip, it's just quickly increasing exponentially, 353 to 190. And that was a very well smart play coming by Blastoise and Snorlax. Blastoise tried to divert the retention as much as possible, while Snorlax was just going in for his 40 score. No one near him to deny that. And just like that, they won the game number 2, but we still have a game 3. 738 forcing the game 3. That is exactly what you want to see in these semi-finals, guys. But make sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back with game number 3. So without wasting a lot of time, we are jumping into the game number 3. No rest for the wicked, they say, and this is the exact representation of that. Lapras and Slowbro being banned out. Glaceon secured and Trevenant along with an Urshifu. So pretty decent front line this time coming in from 7th Errot. And They've got the Urshifu, they've got the Glaceon. I'm expecting Urshifu to jump inside that jungle while Glaceon will be played as the side lane. And up against them, it's a Chandelier, Hoopa, Slow, Snorlax, along with a Zoroark. So, expecting them to maybe go for a healer, Day, if possible. And if not, then they've already got a couple of front lines, though. So, I believe they'll still decide on going for an attacker. So, there's the Speedster locked in as a Dodrio by Kyogren. And Levi locks in the Clefable. So, they've got a pretty good healer. Let's see how they're going to answer that back with. And it is going to be a Mew being retained by Ruben. Pretty solid draft coming in from both of these teams. But, Glaceon, Urshifu, and Dodrio. Urshifu is going to jump in towards that back line. So is going to be Dodrio doing that. While Clefable and Trevenant will try and play to save Glaceon in almost all of those fights. And Hoopa and Snorlax are going to do the exact same thing, but they've got too much to defend. There's a Chandelier, there's a Mew. What they're going to focus down on, because Zoroark will probably try and get a flank timing right to take Glaceon down. So that's going to be the game plan from both of these teams. But again, at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who farms efficiently. Who's the one who's actually able to farm in way too quickly. A lovely samurai skin from Zoroark definitely deserves that. I mean, he has got Zoro in his name. But yeah, let's see. As at the end of the day, it's going to be the final match between these two teams. Game 3, the one who wins it will move to the final. So it's basically down to a best of 1. Let's see which one of them will get the win as we jump in Sphere Sky Ruins. Both of them super ready, jumping in the arena, going in for those farms. Zoroark in towards the jungle, while Dorio is actually going to go in towards that side lane. Wait, are they splitting the jungle between the Eevee and the Urshifu? Hoopa is right there. I'll probably try and deny a creep or two. Wait, what? Hoopa was actually... No. Yeah, Hoopa was able to steal it away. It's going to be retained back by them since Clefable is also there to support. So Hoopa's going to be finished off. The buff is going to go back to Urshifu. But yeah, it's actually a split jungle between Glaceon and Urshifu, both of them. It will provide an advantage to Glaceon in the side lane, but Urshifu is going to have a problem. He's not yet level 5. And Zoroark will take him down just like that, stealing the buff too. That's going to be him just taking those creeps, forcing them back. Will get those score in 48 to 22. And the top advantage just directly going for the side. Of Universe 7. The Glacier needs to make a play in towards that bottom side, but will he be allowed to do so? It does not seem like that. Snorlax is pretty decent at getting the last hit on those neutral objectives. So, as for the early game, that is. And there we go, Zoroark just bullying Urshifu. He has to run away though because Dodrio jumps in to save him. Hoopa with that portal saving the life of Zoroark. Dodrio is just gonna go back. He did manage to secure his own buff though, but Urshifu is having so much problems. He's still not level 4 and he'll probably be taken down again in the fight. We see Clefable with that healing is gonna help him to survive as of now. GG's, just let my boy take a creep. No way, denying every single farm. Finally, he is hit level 5 and he'll be having the surging strike. But damn, he had to work for that. Such a great denial. Glaceon though has reached the level 6, so he'll be able to do a ton of damage with the icicle spear. Zoroark, no way! He's got a 2-level advantage over Shifu, who's level 6 right now. And he's just making sure to get that punish in no matter what. And Dodrio is just going to be taken out like that. Chandelier with that burst. Zoroark was basically there to provide that chain CC, and that's all. Chandelier just finishing him off, who's level 9 as of now. That's exactly what you need from your damage dealers, who are now making their way towards the other side of the map. As was able to get that last hit on Glaceon, and now they will be able to bully Trevenant as well as Clefable back towards their tier 2. Trevenant goes in for that wooden hammer. Koopa's gonna take a decent amount of damage, but it's got the portal, so he'll be able to jump back to base and come in the fight just as quickly. 63, 66, 212 though, because on the top side, Dodrio is continuously scoring while Zoroark is trying to take care of two people alone. Then he goes in for the Unite over Shifu with the eject button. Tries to survive, tries to dash away, but the movement speed boost in the hands of Zoroark is just actually too much to handle, and it takes almost 3 people to stop him off. Missing a few dashes, but will be able to jump back to safety as Hoopa with his portal was there to save his day, and Mew getting Trevenant on the other side of the map. Now they'll be having a very good chance at taking the Regieleki unless it's stolen. Nope, not stolen. Mew securing it. Look at the last hit, pretty decent though. Dodrio and Urshifu finally showing the damage that they have. Mew goes in for the Unite move. Is between 4 people, still trying to survive. Gets one. Dodrio will take him down for the trade, but Chandelier doing a decent job in towards that backside. Portal is right there. He'll be able to take it in time and will jump back in the fight. Urshifu extremely low HP, so sitting in the burst, they'll be able to survive that. But yeah, that was a cheeky play. It was 7, giving no breathing room to 7th Errot. As 2 finishes coming in from you right away. 4 people have been finished off with just Revenant alone standing, and alone he falls. As finally, Regieleki will reach the tier 2 on towards the top side, which will be broken right away. That split jungle in the first minute. That could have been a pretty good idea if they would have been able to get something out of that early Glaceon level 4. Since Urshifu was denied 1 level, and because of that, by the end of 2.5 minutes, he was still level 4, while Zoro was level 7. Right now, Urshifu is level 11. He's caught up to them and dealing a ton of damage. Knockup coming in by Snorlax. Glaceon will be picked off, but that is also Zoroark will not be able to survive that burst at all. Again, Snorlax getting that knockup in. Look at that crit. That damage from Mew getting half HP. That does seem troublesome. Trevenant is just tanking each and everything, and now somehow 7th Errot are coming back in this game. Caster's Curse, maybe? They're doing a pretty decent job at that, since they've got the bottom objective and now are also focusing on towards the top side. But Hoopa Portal is there, so they will be able to quickly jump towards that top 2. Try and steal away the Regieleki. No, Glaceon was able to take it just at the right time. They would have to melt it down because the fight will be broken. Now, Dodrio being caught in that rotation should be taken care of. Damage is not enough. Trevenant comes in to save his life and save the day. Zoroark getting level 12, but so is Urshifu. Glaceon has just got enough damage. Will he be able to survive that? No, that's the role of a speedster. Jumping in, taking him out, retreating back to safety while Chandelier takes down Trevenant. They've got 2 finishes, and I believe almost all of them have the Unite except for Mew and Chandelier. Zoroark will be retreating back. Dodrio not getting the pick off that he needs. So no more finishes as of now. But just trying to go in for some poke. Bottom Regi objective. Gonna spawn in now. Both the teams are gonna contest at it. Probably Hoopa will just try to go in for a steal. Mew What a timing! What a timing! Stealing the bottom ridges, and now they will try and take the advantage in the Rayquaza pit. 257 to 244. I'm getting a deja vu of game number 2, but let's see. Have they learned from their mistake? Or will 7th area do the exact same thing to win the game and the series? For now, Trevenant would have to retreat back. He'll try to get his HP back. Dodri using the Unite, not connecting on anyone. So is Glaceon. And that's going to be the knockup coming in. Snorlax finally goes in for his own Unite as well. And Glaceon using all the Icicle Spears. But Dodrio taking Mew down in the backside. Zoroark trying to retaliate but not being able to do anything in that situation. 2 finishes already going in favor of 7th area. They're ones who are winning the take it free as Glaceon finishes Zoroark, and they will be able to secure the Rayquaza. No one to deny that, no one to steal that. Just Mew remaining. And they have ended up surrendering. It is going to be 7th Errot winning the match and winning the series, going to the grand finals. 7th Errot getting the win, even though they've got a 244 score. They are the ones who have won since Universe 7 decided to surrender. They lost the Rayquaza. All of them were just on cooldown timers, death cooldown timers. There was absolutely no way for them to jump in to defend or even try and go in for the score back. And that's going to be Blissey with 105k heal. Insane healing coming in. And that's not a Blissey, that's a Clefable. Just look at that scoring. It has been all the time Universe 7 in the lead. And at the final stretch, the Rayquaza just taken away. What a lovely way to finish that fight. And even Dodrio, he had one target. He needed to take Mew out of the picture, and he did that. That's the role of the speedster. Zoroark tried to do the exact same thing, tried to take Glaceon down, but was nowhere near Glaceon. And Glaceon was using all his icicle spears on Snorlax. That was the perfect opening that a speedster needs. That was just 7th Errot, better in the micros and better in the positioning, winning the game for their side. And that's going to be it for the semifinals. The semifinals was also happening off stream. So we'll be getting you the results and who the final will be between. I mean, we've got the 7th Errot from one side, but who will be coming on from the other side is what will be revealed after this one short break. So stay tuned.
You match you, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, gotta get some more. You match you, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, gotta get some more. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. kid. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. No beginner. Gotta catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. Knock me down, I'll just get up again. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. No beginner. Gotta catch 'em all. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. Knock me down, I'll just get up again. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
हो गया क्या ड्राफ्ट शुरू? Hey everyone, welcome back. You're watching the grand finals of Tea Cup, and we're gonna jump right into the first match of the finals. Lapras and Slowbro were banned out, and it is 7th Error on the blue side, taking on Asylum on the red side. Asylum on 2-0 in their semi-finals game, which was happening off stream. So got a pretty smooth sailing. Let's see if they are actually going to run down 7th Error just like that, or will 7th Error going to come back in this one as well and take the trophy home? We'll have to wait and see that out. First, we're going to look at the draft. We've got Glaceon, Trevenant, Blastoise, Hoopa, as well as Urshifu. A pretty solid lineup coming in with a couple of all-rounders, Hoopa and Trevenant as their frontliners. But to counter the Blastoise, we're seeing the answer coming in by Asylum as Buzzwool. They've got a capable slow Snorlax to actually jump in, shut down everyone, and get that knockup, get those setups with his wall, along with the Chandler who'll be jumping inside that jungle, and Mew for that long range damage. So both of the teams have kind of similar composition. I personally feel like that it's going to come down to who will win the battle between Blastoise and Buzzwool. So according to the kit, Buzzwool is going to counter Blastoise because as soon as he goes into the rapid spin, Buzzwool can literally just knock him up, throw him away, just use those suplexes that he has in his kit. But if in case somehow Buzzwool misses that, is not able to get the connect in, or is taken down before Blastoise goes into his rapid spin, then Blastoise can actually pose a very big threat and jump in towards that backlane to create that opening. So it is going to totally depend on how things are going to turn out. I personally feel like that Asylum might decide to play in the lane of Buzzwool, as he would have a decent priority in towards that early game in case provided a good support with. So Clefable going to be with him towards that top side, and they will be facing Trevenant, and I believe Mew would also be there in towards that top pile. We're seeing into the jungle. It is again that split jungle coming in, or Shifu still level 4. Let's see if he will be able to quickly get the level 5 this time, or will he be taken down as Eevee still level 3. Gonna secure that creep to hit that level 4 advantage. But Kid is already on level 4 as well, that too on his side lane. So Chandelier will probably have a bit time in that jungle, but we'll have to wait and see how things are going to turn out at the end of the day. Because we did see the split jungle happening in the semi-final 3, and it was won by 7th Error. By the way, yes, their name is 7th Error. I know it was not a mistake from my side. I was given the name 7th Error. And for a side, 18 to 27. Not a very major advantage or major lead, but we're going to see the bottom Altos just being secured by 7th Error, while the top one being secured by Asylum. So even though Glaceon did rotate towards the top side, the priority was still in the hands of Asylum. So it is highly possible that they would be the ones who will be having the similar kind of priority in those team fights as well. No major level disparity coming in between both of these teams. Still going pretty solid, still going pretty strong. Urshifu level 5. While in the meantime, Buzzwool and Clefable, they would have to retreat. Clefable will be taken down. Just caught in a pretty bad position though. Caught between the rotation. Mid-Altos fight. Still being one. Snorlax pretty low in the HP. Glaceon gets the icicle space. That's gonna be What is just jumping way too deep, taking both of them down. Glaceon gets that pick, and Blissey, that's a Clefable, taking Glaceon down in the meantime, and they still got something out of that trade, even though they were not the ones who were supposed to win in that fight. They got something out of that, so something is better than nothing. And there we go, in towards that drop. Trevenant just being knocked up, thrown here and there. Trevenant looks so small in front of the Buzzwool. Like, what? That tree is basically as big as Burj Khalifa, and he looks so small in front of Buzzwool. Like, there's always a bigger fish. Just like how Shaquille O'Neal looks like a child in front of Yao Ming, but again, the NBA reference, we're gonna see Regirock being quickly melted by Glaceon. Still getting the damage, using the Icicle Spear on the Chandelier, but he will get the healing by Clefable. Hoopa with that portal, gonna get some HP back for his teammates. That's gonna be Trevenant still trying to zone all of them out. Chandelier low in HP, still has the Unite move though. Snorlax going in with that knockup. They will probably catch Urshifu. Yes, he will not be surviving this one, and a two-man knockup. They're a pretty decent wall trying to get them off position, but it's just a Trevenant. They tried to go into the Glaceon but not able to secure that positioning. Snorlax almost gets that knockup in on Trevenant, trying to survive while Hooper was trying to face Tank, but nonetheless, Chandelier getting that finish, getting that damage, and Urshifu in the meantime takes Regieleki towards the top side, wants to survive, but Bismuth gets that slam in, so low in HP, and he will outplay Urshifu, he will win in that trade-off, but Trevenant and Blastoise are not gonna let him survive whatsoever, and it's a Surf Blastoise. So I don't think so if Buzzwole would be able to counter him so very easily. Here we go, Chandelier being finished off by that damage. Snorlax just totally being ignored in that fight, and Trevenant still getting the wooden hammer, still getting that damage. Glaceon will be just bursted down. What a nice position change coming in from Mew, and he will get the double by finishing Trevenant off. Blastoise is not gonna survive that whatsoever, and now the scoring is gonna come in on towards the top side as the bottom was still being forced by Urshifu and Hoopa. Buzzwole. What? Urshifu just jumping in towards the top, thinking that he would probably be able to take at least Mew down. Buzzwole says, absolutely not, get over here, there's a slam. They take another slam, and in the meantime, you just got one basic attack in and they were able to take him down. That is something I am genuinely surprised with. But again, not so surprised since that was expected of Buzzwole. Calmness, coolness, Glaceon just being knocked towards the wall, trying to get him off position. He will be knocked up yet again, still survives on such a low HP. Uses the Errot move to get the shield back. Will take the berries to get some HP back and jump back in towards that fight wherein his team is actually the one who is winning as Chandelier was taken off already. Low HP, unclippable Snorlax as well as Buzzwole. Blastoise goes in for his Unite, tries to get the knockup in, but Mew in the meantime picking Glaceon off. However, on the trade of Buzzwole, the fight is still going in favor of the side of 7th Error, but Chandelier jumps in, tries to save the day. Mew securing yet another pick off, and this time Trevenant falls. The front line is out, and now Blastoise no longer with the team. Glaceon is going to jump back in towards that fight. Hoopa will get some HP back, but the bottom tier 1 will definitely be taken out no matter what. And that's going to be Asylum with yet another win towards those neutral objective fights. Blastoise seems to be in trouble. One shot, half HP, knocked up, could not use the Hoopa's portal. Was taken down. Glaceon still trying to survive. Knock up. The damage is there, but was not able to actually knock him up. And there we go. They actually jumped back to safety. Otherwise, it did seem that it's going to be a little problematic though. Clippy will not with the Unite move as of now. Would have to farm it as quickly as possible. Only Buzzwole and Chandelier with their own Unite. And on the other side, it's just Hoopa and Glaceon missing their Unites. Everyone else have that. Regieleki was secured by Asylum to put some pressure on towards the top side. 214. 27 to 221. It's a 94 score difference. Chandelier just trying to get as much farm as possible along the way, securing those Altoses in the mid, and now we're gonna try to get the Reggie steal as well. They are melting it down very quickly. They should be able to secure it. I don't think so. Anyone on the side of 7th Error have an idea, or maybe if they do, then just deciding to give it up for the tier 2 win towards the top side. 185 to 221. Now Quasar Pit is being controlled. Glaceon knocked up towards the wall. Where is the support? It is a little too late, and Mew also uses the Unite move, trying to chase Glaceon down. They will be able to take him down. That was so many resources being used of Snorlax with his own Unite move, and this is the time of Rayquaza. But I believe they used those Unites a little too early. They will try and go in for those scorings, but by the time Glaceon spawns and Urshifu spawns, they would be having enough time to actually try and steal it away. And Snorlax, Mew, as well as Clefable, all three of them not having to unite, this seemed to be a massive problem. They did not anticipate that a 7 in the backline takes two of them out, and it is going to be Buzzwool not surviving either. Everyone on the side of Asylum are falling one after the other as Hoopa unleashed. Gets two of them, gets the damage, and Rayquaza will be stolen, secured by the side of seventh error. And Asylum just quickly surrendering, not wasting those 58 more seconds as it was going to be seventh error who would just jump in, get those dunks and scorings. What a way to play! And it is just as I anticipated that it is going to be seventh error who would have the advantage since they had enough time for Urshifu and Glaceon to spawn again, get in those fights, get that damage in. Urshifu, I would say a pretty underwhelming performance with only 30 damage dealt. That's 13%. He had the lowest damage on the team, but again, he played as a bait so that Equil, Coffin, and Levi would be able to get those openings and finish them off. 32,000 heal by Levi, but with 42,000 heal and a quill just dealing insane amount of damage, 91,000, highest in both these teams combined, and that is going to be a big win for Seventh Terror. Now, this is something you do not expect whatsoever. As soon as Snorlax and Clefable use their own Unite moves, I had this in mind that they probably made a mistake, and that's exactly what happened. They were able to capitalize on it and win those fights. Seventh Error with that perfect timing and gets the game won in this grand finals. Will it be a 2-0 or will we see a comeback coming in from the side of Asylum? We'll have to wait and see as the lobby is being ready. All the players are getting in the position. And we will be back after this one quick breather. Chandelier, they're securing the Blastoise along with Zoroark and Clefable. So did not expect them to actually bring out the Zoroark, but they are bringing in Slowbro and Glaceon were banned out. Lapras was left open and being quickly secured by Amrut, not wasting even a single second at that. Mew, Trevenant, Elday, as well as Hoopa for the answer coming in from their side. Again, tanky, but Lapras is going to sustain a lot, deal a ton of damage, so that is going to compensate for that. Mew needs to be kept safe from Zoroark no matter what, because Chandelier will be trying to burst them down. Mammoth Swine jumping in the picks as well. No Snorlax, but they've got the Mammoth, the cute Mammoth. So the jungle will definitely be secured by Zoro, and they're gonna put the Chandelier in towards that side lane along with Clippable, while Mamo and Blastoise on the other side of the map. A pretty decent and a solid draft coming in from them. So I personally feel like it is going to come down on Zoro versus Mew. If Zoro is able to take Mew down, kid on that Mew, then they would be the ones who would be having the advantage in fights. They would be winning in that sustained game, and they would have the Blastoise to actually get those knockups in, deal that damage. And I believe in this match, they would actually decide to go in with the rapid spin skill set because there's no one to actually knock him up and kind of flip him around. But Lapras is going to be the problem. This apple on that Pokemon, it'd be absolutely insane in this match, but we'll have to wait and see because it is possible that we'll probably see some amazing setups coming in by Coffin. And Aquil on that Chandelier, he is pretty solid on that. So we'd have to wait and see. In the meantime, guys, comment down in the section. Who do you think will be the one who will be getting this game? Will it be seventh error who would be getting a 2-0 clean sweep in the grand finals, or is it going to be Asylum with their comeback and forcing a game number 3? Let's see as we're going to jump into the Thea Sky Ruins and see the result of this match after the 10th minute mark. I believe there might have been a problem, and we'll probably see the restart. I was thinking since a long time that we've not got any kind of technical error in these matches. So I was kind of getting happy, but also too ahead of myself as we are finally going to see. And I'm still surprised how they've actually got the 7 MVP points and 2 MVP points and become the MVP of their team, and they've literally done nothing apart probably from claim killing, taking one creep. Again, that is something to discuss for the later as I'm expecting probably it was an error on the loading screen, so they're gonna quickly just get the normal lobby in, get those picks, and start the game. But we'll just have to wait to witness. It was a pretty beautiful view of the space. You all should go towards the hill side where there's less light pollution to actually stargaze. There are a lot of things that are happening right now after the launch of James Webb Space Telescope. It's sensational. Who knows? Maybe we'll find an outer planet out there who would actually have Pokemon there. Fantasy world, but nonetheless, everyone's a fan of Isekai, aren't they? Either way, is again just coming back onto the draft for both of these teams. A solid lineup for both of them, just as we've been talking about, and I am expecting this time to Asylum actually make a comeback because yes, again they've got a Lapras. We know how insane that Pokemon, how tanky it actually gets, and literally just stand in front of two people and soak up almost all of that damage. But again, at the same time, there's just Mew to actually deal that damage from the backline. So if in case Mew is taken out, Kid is not able to survive the burst, then they would have a problem. But the way that he's been playing in these matches, the way that he's been positioning himself, he is pretty amazing on that. So let's see. As at the end of the day, we are gonna have to just wait and look at those micro plays. We can make as guesses as we want to, as many um, suggestions as we can. But again, the draft's gonna remain the same. Both of these teams just are gonna lock the picks that they had. And I believe only one Pokemon might be changed in this one. This time it seems that they're not taking the Hoopa. Yep, it's going to be the Delphox. Hmm. So the thing that we were probably talking about, that the lack of damage would probably be there from their side, that has been taken care of. Got the Bell Fox, they got the Mew. So that's a pretty good long range damage. Zoroark would now have to split his attention towards two of those targets. I believe Blastoise will definitely go in with that rapid spin, will definitely try to, you know, get at least Mew or Delphox, either of the two. Again, we would have to wait and see as to how things turn out. That's a pretty good height on Melody. Tree with a few leaves, out of leaves. And we're gonna just jump in the game. And number two, at the end of the day, without any further ado, Delphox in the jungle, just as expected, and Zoroark on the opposite side. It's gonna come down to how quickly Squirtle farms, because his presence in those fights would be extremely necessary with those rapid spins. I'm gonna try and get that farm as quickly as possible. Delphox will need a very quick pace. But that's not Delphox, that's LA. Purple, so I believe he was able to steal it away, and now Squirtle seems to be in troublesome position though, but no one there to actually punish him out. He's gonna survive, but Mammoth Swine on the other side has been picked off in the early game with the rotation. Playing in the opposite lane of Zoroark, so they do not want to face that early game demon whatsoever. Lapras will be taking in some decent chunk of damage with the actually survive with the Ignite button, but no, will not be able to, quickly being picked off. So a top lane aggressive play and setup. So the top lane is in the control of the side of 700. While Asylum are the ones who control the bottom side of the map. They are being way too aggressive. Delphox misses still, Zoroark could probably be taken down. Yes, he will not be surviving that. He was caught way off position, and now Capable is also be picked off. An attempt to save the life of Zoro, and the mid Altos quickly being secured. What a timing! Being caught up by the side of Asylum, 78 to 34. Currently the score gap. It is apparently increasing since Squirtle on the top side is continuously going in for those scores. Such a low HP on Chandelier. The HP back, gets the shield, wants to jump in the fight. Zoroark between 5 people, that should not be where he wants himself to be. He is going to reach back to safety, let them score no matter what. He still wants to jump in to take Delphox down, and will be just caught in that CC, and damage will be taken off. And the entire team of Asylum just playing in one specific lane. Squirtle joins in the fight as well. What else would he be able to do? That would be nothing. Zoroark finally pixeled it down. He kind of overextended their fight. Daltos being secured by Trevenant. Possibly Delphox such low in HP. Could be punished if 7th Error decide to jump and force the engagement towards their tier 1. Have to play it a little more safe. Zoroark is jumping back to his own jungle. Does not want to go in for the engage whatsoever. Rapid spin is being used up. Squirtle will have to retreat back to safety. He's still level 7, 2 levels behind his Unite move, and Mew in the meantime just jumping them down, taking them out one after the other. Zoro such low HP will quickly retreat back to safety. And Mew secures the Reggie. Squirtle still trying to retreat back, forces the eject button out of him, and Zoro in turn gets finished off. Lapras is full HP, level 9, and that is gonna be taken in such an awkward position. And he will be picked off sooner rather than later. Lapras with the Unite move just zoning all of them off, and the tier 1 on the bottom side is going to be secured by the side of Asylum, and that is where they've been playing. I'm still surprised why no one from 7th Error sent anyone on towards that top side to actually just somehow take off that pressure on from them. It's 119 and 104 score difference, and now the level advantage is in favor of Asylum. They've got 10 Fox on 10, Lapras on 10, Mew on 10 as well. And there's only Zoro who's level 10. Rest all of them are just level 8, apart from Chandler who's level 9. Really reason out of time. Finally, Blastoise is going to reach that level 9. He will have his Unite move in for those fights. I believe there would be another fight being breaking up for the Regieleki team towards that top. Yes, Blastoise actually goes in for it, but does not get a knock-up on any more than Lapras surviving with that rapid spin combination. Literally stunning in it. And then getting that HP back as well, side by side. Well, they heal Lapras' own heal as well. Again, it's gonna jump back, use his own Unite move, still trying to zone all of them up. Chandelier in such a low HP, still trying to survive, still trying to retreat. So far, 3-4 people take stealth punch down. And that is exactly what they needed as Mammoth was taking on the aggression. The level 9 power spike are now in favor of 7th Error. They can literally jump in with blast on Queen. 3 people with those rapid spins. Zoroark gets a KO streak of 2. Lapras still surviving. Blastoise does not want any of that. Zoro will be taken down probably. Nope. Golden Hammer was already used. Prevenant still wants to go in for the chase, but Zoro has the dash available. Shankar is there for the scope. They can look for an outplay if they want to, but Cleveland is going to just provide him some HP back. That healing. There we go. Rapid Spin used up yet again. Elde. No HP. Lapras just wants to take him down. And we see the Unite move coming in. Mew steals away. What a cheeky steal coming in from Mew. As the opening was provided by Elde as well as Lapras. And now the top lane domination coming in from Asylum. They made sure to aggress towards the bottom side, and now they're forcing towards the top, taking the tier 1 out. It's 244 to 206 score differentials. Still just 38 score difference. A lot of it. Vedalta was quickly being secured by the side of 7th Error, so they're not lacking behind in farm. In fact, Zoroark has the highest level. And if in case a team fight goes on, they should be the ones who would actually get the win in this fight. Lapras stanking everything. My god, this Pokemon needs a win. So the win rate on the Pokemon is not very high, but the sustain is definitely is. Elde being picked off, but it's fine. Still 45 more seconds for the Rayquaza to spawn, though everything is falling one after the other, and Lapras going to be taken down by Mammoth. So we're going to quickly just try and steal as much jungle as possible. But does not have the last hit ability. Mew steals away every Altos. That's nasty. Feeling sad for that poor Mammoth. But again, he is level 11, so not a major problem. Zoro hitting level 13. Blastoise is level 12 now, so I believe we'll be having the experience. Maybe it's something. Just have to wait and see. Swine taking a ton of damage, gets down to half his HP. Goes back to Cleveland for the heal. There we go. Blastoise being actually caught in that specific bush. Again, chunked down to such a low HP. You need to get the heal as quickly as possible. Then there's that long range poke. It's so annoying. It's so insane. But Zoroark, everyone else on that side was just a distraction. So Zoro could actually get that back to half. It's a 306 to 244. Now all they need to do is deny the Rayquaza. 7th Error. They've done it again. This is basically like the best clutch team, because they know every single thing that they need to do. They're just not going in for those engagements, but the backline is actually trying to jump in. Blastoise zoning Mew out. In the meantime, Lapras is trying to get the fight on two people. Delphox takes this Clefable out of the picture while Zoroark taking Delphox. Trevenant quickly trades it back. Rayquaza still standing. Pavo has quickly decided to just jump in and get a score of 42 more. That is probably going to be the final lane in the coffin as Rayquaza is still restarted. Blastoise is trying to wait for the rapid spins, trying to delay it for as long as possible. Mew steals it. No, it's actually Elde who's stolen it away. Blastoise being taken out, and now they've got a chance to quickly turn it around. Will they be able to do so? Will they be allowed at now? Still, why are they not going back to defend? What? They could. And it's going to be a Asylum. They are going to get, and they've got a lead of 300 more. I'm still surprised. Why did Mamo and Clefable decide to not stop them? It feels like a questionable decision. Yes, of course, I would have been able to stop all of them, but probably would have tried to delay for as long as possible, at least till their own members jump in for safety, jump in to save the day. Definitely does seem to be like, but at the end of the day, it is going to be a win coming in for Asylum. So that is game number three being closed out. The ones who got the Rayquaza, the fight just before Rayquaza, and then won the match. 90,000 damage by Kid, while Disciple with 80,000 damage. And look at that tanking. My goodness, 63,000 tanking. With an amazing almost 80,000 heal. And that's going to be the scoring chart for almost the entire time. It was really a back and forth situation. I think after the fourth, till the 4th minute mark, it was Asylum. After the 4th minute mark, it was seventh error. And even in the end, yeah, but at the end of the day, it is going to be Asylum who will be getting the game number two. So we will see a full best of three finals, and game number three is going to begin in just a few minutes. Make sure to stay tuned. We're quickly jumping into the third and the final game of the evening. It is going to be seventh error, this time on the purple side, taking on Asylum on the orange side. 1-1 is the score. Both of these teams have got a game each, and this has come down to that final best of one. Surprised this time actually the slow bro was left open, and yet seventh error decided to quickly secure the chandelier for themselves, leaving the slow bro, which was logged in right away by Errot. So Asylum's gonna have a pretty solid front line in this one, wherein yes, Slowbro is gonna be extremely tanky. He's gonna heal himself back up as well, and then of course that one instant CC where it locks in on one Pokemon, shuts him down right away, and then his team can actually just jump in to finish him off. They got the Gardevoir, Mew for that long range burst. Blastoise actually disrupt the enemy front line, and they've got LD to get that heal as much as possible. While Chandelier, Trevenant, Clefable, Talonflame, and Zoroark. Okay, we do not see that happening each and every day, but now we're gonna see two speedsters in just one roster. Talon and Zoro. Mew and Gardevoir, both of them would be in trouble. And I personally feel even Elde would be, because why would the speedsters not decide to just quickly take the healer away from the battle and then finish things up side by side by taking those speedster out? Because Slowbro and Blastoise will be in their own backlines trying to threaten Chandelier in that situation, so they would have a very big job of taking both of those attackers down. And I believe this is a pretty good counter drafting coming in from 7th Error. But let's see how it all turns out, because on paper it should win, but in practical, we will see that now as both of these teams are going to jump in Thea Sky Ruins, and Zoroark is going to jump in the jungle. So Talon would probably have a disadvantage in the laning phase. There is a Squirtle on their opponent, but I don't think they would pose any major threats, as both these teams are just going to focus down on the scoring. Slowbro trying to steal away the creep, being as annoying as possible. In the meantime, we're going to see the first blood coming in quickly. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but that's LD being taken out real quick. And now Clickable just trying to zone Squirtle off. Could be able to do so while Talon just jumps in, trying to steal those creeps. Zoroark is also in the position to take them down. They have the vision. They should have the vision now. Nope, they actually do not. Squirtle would have to retreat, uses the eject button. Zoro with that insane amount of damage, but guess what? Talon was quickly taken out. Talon needs to get the fly as quickly as possible. They've got a very good burst combo. That is the thing. In order to actually get that burst, they need to land those skills. Both of them, they've basically got similar kind of mechanic. Part 3 of Zoro's skill as well as the fly. As the long range solar beam, Mew is gonna take Zoro down. And also gonna steal away the buffs, and will quickly jump in the rotation towards that bottom as well. The aggressive play from the side of Asylum, that is something they need to keep up. Talon not being able to stop them from scoring. LD is gonna get the upgrade. Still wants to try and take them out. Will be able to do so. LD not gonna survive that burst. Zoro jumping back to his own jungle, quickly securing those creeps to get that level up, while Squirtle trying to take Talon down, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Talon will be picked off. That's a good rotation coming in from Guardy. And he's got the level up now, so we'll be able to do KO and provide an advantage to his team on towards that top side, but only for so long as Zoro jumps into that fight. He's got the skills used up. We'll quickly get the fairy back to get that heal. And now is going to try and get the damage in. This is the basic attack. Is not able to fully utilize that combo, and it is going to be a survival for Gardevoir as of now. Stand up combo again stopped right in between, and that is the problem with this combo of Zoro, that need to land in all of those dashes and all those basic attack hits. Guard, and that's gonna be Squirtle using the eject button to survive. Goes in for the rapid spins to survive, but Talon coming in at clutch, securing that finish. While in the bottom side, it's basically the most happy story ever. As Chandelier and Seven just taking those fights against Slowbro and Mew, and nothing more than that happening. So that is all. We're probably going to see some rotations coming in from both these teams. The Chandelier goes towards that top. Slowbro scouting the burst. Notices Talon is right here. We're giving the info back to Mew so that they do play safe and towards that bottom side. Coming in, stunned up, taken down, cannot get the healing back. Will finally be healed back up, but only for so long. Gardevoir takes the healer as well as the frontliner out. Zoroark does his job, takes Guardy down, but Mew is also there along with Blastoise. The Chandelier would not be able to do anything in this situation, as there's Elde who would be healing them up. Just giving info to his team. Now Trevenant is here. Chandelier goes in and skills, and that is going to be Regieleki stolen away, and Clefable is the one who actually steals it away. Rapid spin with the Blastoise. Trevenant would have to play safe a little bit. Wall goes up. Mew gets that long range basic attack. Creates that distance. And Zoro again between three. Not being able to land in a full combo. But Elde in low H put the objective in towards that top side. 7th error. Just going to retreat back. Now they've got the advantage in the top. Will probably focus on towards that mid and bottom where Reggie Ice is for now being secured, and Gardevoir will be able to steal it away. Now Talon is actually going to survive this one. Now Slowbro seems to be in trouble as Zoro lands in. That's going to be him just easily riding the wave, going for the safety. Now that's the thing, both the fly as well as the third part of Zoro's stay can actually be dodged. You've got a decent amount of mobility, almost everything. So that is the problem why people usually do not go with that skill combination. But again, we just have to wait and see how things are actually going to turn out. Chandelier being poked down by Mew. Mew still doing a pretty decent job at that. Solar beam now. We're going to see a full-on fight breaking out. Zoro combo in between all of them, but the Unite moves coming in from them on. Moves in. Trevenant gets the wooden hammer, gets all of them in line, but where is the damage? Chandelier and Zoro, both of them have been picked off. It's just Talonflame who would try and get those picks in, but they do not have enough damage whatsoever. It's just Blastoise and Slowbro tanking every single thing. Now Chandelier tries to deal that damage while Talon follows with the fly, takes Gardevoir out. That is exactly what they need to do, but look at Slowbro, he's just zoning all of them out. It's Clefable who's trying to provide the healing to his team. Low HP. Trevenant dashes back to safety. But the rapid spin between 4 people will take him down. Wooden Hammer does not connect at the perfect time. And that is going to be yet another win for the side of Asylum in that bottom. But Zoroark, in the meantime, quickly rotates towards that top. Take down the Regieleki. The rotation is going to come in from the side of Asylum. It's going to be way too late. Talon is already at the tier 2. Trying to get those score ins. He has actually broken the tier 2. So they would have to stop. Asylum would need to stop that Regieleki. Alright, they've already sent Gardevoir down there to defend it. And they would also be supporting him. So this is going to be a pretty good time for the side of 7th error to actually take that fight. But Mew in turn takes Zoroark down. Huh. That's a good combo. Blastoise is just taking care of him with the rapid spins. And Zoroark being finished off with that long range Mew attack. That 40 in on towards that top tier 3. They won actually. They're finally taking some control back. It's 216 to 145 in the score difference. In the meantime, teams are actually just trying to focus down on the bottom, and now we'll be taking a position towards the mid. Just 2 minutes and 5 more seconds to go for us to decide who would be the one who would win this grand finals of the Nordwind Community Cup. Both these teams more than ready. Everyone has their own unite. Now let's see who will be the one who will be getting the win. Well, Asylum, the same mistake. They are behind. It's 302 to 145. So they would all be focusing down on Rayquaza. Takes it. That's going to be the question. It is Zoroark who steals it away. So 7-7. Again, gonna quickly jump into going for those scores, and Asylum just ends up giving the match up, and it is going to be seventh error, winning the best of three. Zoroark just stealing away the Rayquaza. What an insane play coming in from their side. So the double speedster meta just getting it all over. Kid was shut down on that Gardevoir, was not allowed to score anything. He did deal 52,000 damage, but you would want more on your Gardevoir when he's inside that jungle. Zoroark and Levi on the Talon doing excellent job, and a Quill with that Chandelier. 65,000 damage dealt. Absolutely insane. Amrut on the slow row, 49,000 damage. Tang, that is pretty good. And Cart with 96,000 heal. Amazing game coming in from both these teams. And at the end of the day, it is going to be seventh error winning their finals in the best of three. That too with a style. Again, looking at the scoring chart, it was basically almost for the entirety of the match that they've been winning in their scoring. So a pretty good job in terms of main objective focusing in this game. So seventh error doing a very good job at that. This team has been surprising all of us and has played excellent in the entire series. So that is gonna be it for the finals. Congratulations to Team Seventh Error for winning the first prize in the Northern Community Cup. And congrats to Asylum for winning the second prize. Now that's gonna be it, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next game. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button, click on the subscribe as well as the bell notification. Join the Discord server if you would want to participate in the upcoming tournaments. And of course, there's Barbie Pyramid going on every week. So you want to get your teams register. So check the description. There's the Discord link. Join it and you will be getting in. You'll be getting all the updates. So in order to stay tuned, click on the bell notification and join the server. We will see you guys next time. This has been Scared Yet on the casting deck. Signing off now. Bye bye.
I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. You've met your match, I'm no beginner. No beginner. Gotta get some more. I stand tall 'cause I know I'm a winner. Knock me down, I'll just get up again. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta get some more. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta get some more. I've got all my friends beside me. I'm keeping my eye on the ball. With the wisdom of years to guide me, I'm gonna catch 'em all. met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. You've met your match, yeah, I'm no beginner. Pokemon, Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.